See, the Gators have won the last 5, 16 of the last 17. Tennessee is tired of hearing that statistic, but there it is. This is only the 6th time they've ever checkered Neyland, and that hasn't gone too well either. 1-4 in the previous 5. Nice day. We had a few sprinkles earlier this morning, but right now 74, and we're ready to go. This used to be, and still is many times called, the 3rd Saturday in September. This rivalry is actually the 4th Saturday in September this time around. Florida won the toss, elected to take the ball first. They'd love to have about a 7-minute drive and keep it out of Tennessee's offensive hands. Here we go. This one is returnable from the goal line. Jason Marshall bringing it out for the Gators, and only got to the 16-yard line. Take a look at our Papa John's starting lineup. And it all starts with the guy Gary just talked about, Anthony Richardson. So far, 1 great game against Utah, 2 not so good in the last 2 weeks. The rest of the offense joins him. And Montrell Johnson will be a big part of the ground game today, coming off a 100-yard effort a week ago in their win over South Florida. First snap from the 16.
I know what I'd do. I'd run him as soon as I could, get Anthony Richardson into the flow of the game with a run.
And a quick slant and a first down. I'll give you some confidence, too.
The RPO started out. He made the read exactly like it should. The offense said, we're going to let you make a decision, and he made the right decision and executed it.
Ripped it to Shorter across the middle out to the 30. First down there. Now it's Naquan Wright, and he's dropped for a loss. The defense for Tennessee only giving up 83 yards a game on the ground. Trayvon Flowers, one of the great safeties in college football, had a career-high 15 tackles last year in this game. They prefer he didn't have to make that many today. Second down and 12. And the RPO, Richardson has time and now running out of it, and he's going to throw it to the sideline.
He had time, but that Tennessee secondary reacted and closed all the avenues to throw. Little quick tempo by Florida, play action pass, but look at nobody, no space. So we can say what we want about the quarterback, and he has missed some easy throws.
Right.
I'll get that. But on that one, his receivers gave him nothing.
And he was getting some heat from Omari Thomas on the defensive front for Tennessee. Florida didn't want to find themselves in the 3rd and long right off the bat, but they do. Richardson. This time he will run. And he's going to be short of the first down by about a yard. Got it to the 39, needed to get to the 40.
So the early tackle for the loss, and that's one of the key stats that this Tennessee defense does well. Put the Gators into the long yardage situation. The scramble didn't make it. Do they go for this?
They do. And I don't know. It's really close.
Whoa.
Just needed to get it to the 40, and I think he got it, but it's not by much.
Stuffed up pretty good, but just a fall forward. Was it enough or not?
They already moved the chains.
Yeah. Well, the replay officials, will they look at this? Because he doesn't go much past that line, but he looked like he did get past the 40-yard line.
So first down on a big-time 4th down gamble. They're 4 out of 6 now in the season on 4th down conversions.
Now they're going to look at it, aren't they?
It's going to be interesting because the chains have already been moved.
Well, they can move them back.
Pretty sure. They go both ways.
Yeah, they do.
There is no replay on the field. First down.
All right, they looked at it.
And the truck is telling us that was an accidental buzz down, that they had already determined it was a first down. And so 1st and 10 for the Gators. just across the 40-yard line. Montrell Johnson in there flanking Richardson. He'll get the call, and Montrell goes for about 3 before Garland made the stop on the defensive front.
So we had the long scramble on third down, third and long, and then the sneak was stuffed to begin with, and then one push from behind by Wright is what did it, right?
Naquan should have got part of that.
Exactly.
Second down and 7 from the 43. And this time Richardson pulls it out, keeps it himself. Going to be close to another first down. In fact, on the tackle by Tank McCullough, I think Richardson might have still been on his back and rolled forward.
Yeah, that's what he said. He looked around and goes, nobody got me down. This is a zone read keeper following the block that time by Zanders.
So they've moved it about the length of the football into the Tennessee end of the field. Richardson throwing on the run, got it out in the flat, complete. Xavier Henderson, and he's all the way down to the 30-yard line. So Florida's got something going here on their opening drive.
So Billy Napier took the gamble and went for it on fourth down. And it's produced the drive they want. As Ness told you early, they'd love one of those 6-7 minute drives. And now they're on 8 plays in this drive.
22-yard pickup to the 28-yard line. First-year head coach Billy Napier.
And they love the balance, too. 4 first downs, 2 running, and 2 passing.
Quick sidearm throw. Well, it's dangerous out there.
That surprised Xavier Henderson that time. That's one of those decisions. The quarterback, it's a run play called in the huddle, but if he sees the numbers, he can throw it to the outside. Xavier Henderson said, I might have counted wrong. Sorry,
Did have one blocker out there, Dante Zanders, but incomplete. Second down and 10. It's been a long time since they've had a touchdown pass. 301 days. And only about a yard gain on that one.
Yeah, see, that's what the Tennessee defense is going to, early in this game, send the message. The running backs for Florida have been their weapon in the run game. They're going to say, we're going to challenge you to throw the ball and run your quarterback. We do not want those running backs to be hurting us early in this game.
They picked up a 3rd and 12 earlier in this drive. They got 3rd down and 9 here.
Let's see if they spy anyone to help on the quarterback scramble. It helped them last time. On 3rd down, they didn't have anybody looking for the quarterback.
4 receiver group, 2 to each side for Richardson in the pistol. They will keep it on the ground on 3rd and long. And they're not going to get it, but they're about a yard and a half shy.
Another decision here.
Maybe.
4th and a yard. Do they take points, or do they say we're going to try to pick it up on 4th down?
I think Coach Napier said, let's go. We did it once. Let's do it again. I mentioned on the season they've tried it 6 times. They've been successful 4 times, including earlier in this drive. But this one's a little bit longer. Almost 2 to go on 4th down. Now you're going to hear the crowd.
He's practically giving up 3 points to eat the clock for 7 points. Let's see if it works out.
Tight ends on both sides. Richardson's all by himself in the backfield. He'll keep it. Trying to break tackles. He's going to get it. Lost a yard. Tennessee will take over on downs.
Ness, you said I was here for a lot of them. My very first game, Florida-Tennessee, was Tim Tebow's first game. And 4th and short, he made them all that night. Well, he's got number 15, but he's not making it that day like Tebow did.
Here's another look from ground level. Tennessee's defense finally stiffens at the last moment on 4th down, and their offense will take over when we come back. 5 minutes in Knoxville as we check our Papa John starting lineups as Tennessee takes over with that guy at the controls. Hendon Hooker, his 2nd year in the program, and having a marvelous season so far with his group of receivers like Jalen Hyatt, who's going to have to carry a big load. 166 yards and 2 touchdowns, both career highs last week. And if you didn't see the opening of the game, Cedric Tillman, his other favorite target, if you will, out with an injury today. So that guy and the rest of the wideouts will have to fill his void. At the 21, first snap for the Volunteers. Quick throw, and it's complete to the aforementioned Jalen Hyatt. Defensively for Florida, this guy's going to have to put some pressure on Hendon Hooker today. He's done a fine job of that so far through the 3 games this year. Really came on last season, ended the year with 8.5 sacks. Brenton Cox, 4-yard pickup on the first snap, and whistles blow before second down.
I think that the Tennessee receivers moved early that time. It's going to be second around 10, 11.
False start. Offense, number 88. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Fant, the tight end, the guy that moved.
I think it was
right in the slot.
Right there, yes, he did. Never got set, did he?
Nope.
That's part the quarterback's job to make sure after a shift everybody is set.
Hooker gonna run with it. Little high step move. And about 18-yard pickup. Nice run.
Well, in the one win here, it was the Josh Dobbs game when he actually did this. He beat the pass rush, rushed for about 80 yards in that game. When you're going to have a spread offense, you need that quarterback to be a runner.
And the RPO downfield, incomplete again to Jalen Hyatt. All the way near the 41-yard line.
Yeah, I say you need him to be a runner, but first of all, you got to get him to be a passer. On this time, can't get any more open than that, and he put it right above the face mask, just like you're supposed to do it.
So Hyatt picking up where he left off last week. Gets it to the 41. Straight drop this time, late pressure, high throw. Could have been caught by Hyatt. And Hooker, they finally got some heat on him right as he let go of the ball.
I don't know if it was late pressure. It was coming, and he had to get rid of that ball. A little bit of a delayed blitz, but he was coming hard. Ventrell Miller coming inside. Good that he's playing kind of a quarterback of the defense. He's been nicked all year. Moving Brenton Cox around, by the way. He's now on the left side over here of the yard.
And we got motion again. And flag down. You saw that graphic. They haven't scored on an opening drive against Florida since 2009.
False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
Spraggins, the right guard, the guy that moved.
He's tilted out a bit, looking to his right.
I don't know if it was him or not.
I actually did think it was Mincy, number 54.
I do too. At any rate, they walk it back to the 46. Florida almost jumped there.
Now Tennessee could have reacted and caused the 5 yards. They did not, so allowed them to get back on defense.
Their only reaction was to look to the sideline for the play, and now here goes the quarterback, Hendon Hooker again. Got it down to the 33-yard line.
See, Josh Heupel loves all of that play. Your quarterback being an athlete, not there, run. He likes it. He likes it. He doesn't like it right at the end when he doesn't slide.
He's going to like that one, too. First down. Ooh, big hit, though. Went down hard, but he's okay. Pops right up at the 25 as they go with their tempo.
Yes, and that is a staple of this offense. They're one of the fastest teams in college football running plays.
Hooker throws the out, the 20, and the ball is out as well, and Florida's got it. Complete to the tight end, and then he coughed it up.
I think it was Fant again, number 88, a delay to the outside. They call it a smash route, and it was punched loose by Miller, number 51, coming across. And that's a new thing. You see it in the end of it. You see his left hand. He actually made a fist and punched that ball out, and he landed right on the nose.
Wow, great game. Here we're scoreless as Florida's taken over on the turnover and the fumble recovery at the 12-yard line. Trevor Etienne is in the backfield with Richardson. Richardson sidearms it out, completes. It'll be a first down and then some. Xavier Henderson out to the 30. Let's take you back to the turnover and watch the left hook from Vontrell Miller here. Boom!
Right on the button, huh?
Great shot.
It really is.
And the recovery, Troez Johnson.
And on this one, it was a great shot by the quarterback, Richardson, running out. He was under duress. Threw that one with a rusher right in his face and made the play.
So first down at the 30. Etienne only got about a yard. Get nonstop sports news, expert picks, and the biggest highlights on CBS Sports HQ, the free 24/7 sports news network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today. If you don't get totally sick of me in the next 3.5 hours, you can watch me on HQ when the game is over.
Your turn. It's always fun recapping the game. That guy's happy. Florida was on their heels on that drive. That Tennessee drive was very effective. You can see why Napier wanted to keep the ball away from these guys.
Yep. Richardson has time. Deep out. What a catch by Ricky Pearsall. Boy, that had to be right there or it would have been intercepted.
But what a route he did. Watch him sell it going inside on this one. Comes in, really runs it hard, flashes in, and then the ball's laid up. There was a lot of people saying that Anthony needed to put more touch on the ball. He did on that one.
And now it's Etienne who goes for 9 more. And Florida, for the second time, rumbles their way into Volunteer territory.
Isn't it funny how everything works better when the quarterback is throwing the ball accurately?
Yes.
The whole offense looks smoother.
Short yardage. Richardson keeps and slides and has a first down. Coming in to this game, when you looked at the numbers, you like the 5.6 yards per rush, but you don't like the 5.5 yards per throw. And still looking for a touchdown pass.
Well, I don't really blame Coach Napier for not running Richardson a lot. He was nicked, as Jenny told you in the open, and the backup quarterback position is very inexperienced.
Right.
So he tried to get by Kentucky, South Florida. He didn't. Big mistakes cost him, but he's running them here.
Richardson, a little bit of pressure, rolls away from it, throws on the run, and he had a man open, but it's incomplete. Whittemore was open in the corner of the end zone.
I think he might have been over the line on that play. Ball was right on the 35-yard line. I think his foot might have been behind it. This will be reviewable whether it's got to be your whole body and foot past the line of scrimmage.
Illegal forward pass, offense number 15. Throwing the ball beyond the line of scrimmage.
This is going to be pretty easy for the replay official. Ball's on the 35. Was his right foot behind the line of scrimmage?
I think that's
okay. I think it's going to be okay. I really do. I think they're going to reverse that. That is reviewable.
Mickey Haddock is the replay official.
One of the few penalties that can be reviewed and overturned.
Obviously, when he lands, he's 3 yards past the line of scrimmage, but as Gary said,
I think his right toe is behind the line.
there's where he plants his right foot. Gene Steratore is our replay expert. Our officiating expert. Gino, what do you think?
You know what? I think Gary did an expert job on describing it. The right foot, to me, is behind the original line of scrimmage. I was watching the officials, too, that are positioned on the line of scrimmage to see kind of how they covered it in real time. And you can see the official right there who had gone down the field by about a yard or two, trying to work himself back so that he could get a proper line of demarcation there to see where it was.
Gene,
ruled illegal forward pass, but I think they'll overturn, Gary.
Gene, interesting. The official right there didn't call it. The one on the far side of the field, 50 yards away, is the guy who called it on that play.
And I will say this, Gary, mechanically, that's the proper procedure. Really, the official where the quarterback is rolling to, he should kind of retreat behind where that runner is coming, where the off official, who really doesn't have a lot of activity in front of him, he should then hold that line and be able to make that ruling as it relates to the quarterback in the line of scrimmage.
Scott Walker is our on-the-field referee, taking the headset off. Will give us a call here in a second.
It is close, I'll say that.
After review, there is no foul for illegal forward pass. It is an incomplete pass. It will be second down and 10 at the 35-yard line.
One more quick question to Gene. Gene, is that play called like a fumble because it can be reviewed? Anything close, do they call it and let the replay official fix it?
Yeah, I think it's wise to do it in that case, Gary. As you said, if he in fact would have been beyond, and now that you do call that, it's difficult to pull that back up. But yeah, I think in those cases you let that play go on, and in this day and age you let replay fix that. And I think it's a good job.
And fix it they did. So it's just an incomplete pass. Second down and 10.
Got to get it to third and short. Do they run the ball here?
Etienne is behind Richardson. He gets the call. Got a couple.
It was, but Beasley that time, the linebacker, just fit the play. Watch him read it, fill it, and make the play inside.
Another third down and long. Florida's had a few of them here in the first quarter. That has 5 minutes remaining.
The trick in spying on a running quarterback is you want to eat a blocker as you spy and then drop off and look. If you just stand there, you're wasting a player.
Richardson looks left, comes back right. Overshot his intended receiver, Justin Shorter.
Jamal Hayden, number 5, bump and run coverage. Shorter, the tallest of the receivers for Florida. Big size, Penn State transfer. Ball uncatchable. Good coverage that time.
This is going to be right about on the edge of Adam Mihalik's range. He's hit from 50 this year. And this will be from 50. Mihalik, former walk-on. From 50 yards out. Kick on the way. No good. A little bit short, a little bit left. A lot of action in this first quarter, considering we don't have any score. Tennessee takes over on
pin today to honor Mike Slive, but really also to join in the battle against prostate cancer.
Yeah. Mike Slive, great gentleman, and Prostate Cancer Awareness Month, September. If you haven't had your PSA check, fellas, go do that. It's a good idea. Trust me. Here's a throw out in the flat. Complete, nice move. Jabari Small with a big gain out of the backfield.
Yeah, but the blocking outside is what really did it. He made him go out there and clean it. That was Hyatt in the slot. Jalen Hyatt, they cleaned it up.
Hooker rips one to the outside to Hyatt. They'll get about 7 more.
Boy, this is a well-oiled passing machine, isn't it?
It is.
We saw it, as I said, the opening game, Hendon Hooker, when he broke in as a starting quarterback against Florida. But right now, boy, he's a confident football player.
Jabari Small's got the first down as he crosses the 40 to the 39.
And remember when that last drive against Florida, they had Florida's defense on their heels. It was a fumble, a punched-out fumble that turned it around.
Hooker going to get swallowed up this time. Finally got to him. He waited a little too long, and Shamar James flies in there to make the sack.
Well, we talked about this Tennessee offense just picking apart Florida, but on this time, nothing there. Maybe to the bottom of the screen, but eyes were right that time for Hooker, and he did not see the open receiver to the left.
4th sack of the year by the Florida defense as put the balls back to a 2nd and 16 at the 45.
Yeah, that time Small goes in motion as a indicator whether it's man or zone, and then the play is called afterwards.
Hooker stands tall in the pocket. Complete. Out to Romeo Keaton.
So that's when we talked to Hendon on Friday. He said his goal was to be quiet in the pocket. Coming off of a sack, he still maintained his composure and delivered a strike to the outside. And then Keaton, one busted tackle, first down.
Says he likes to watch film of guys like Randall Cunningham, who used to be called in the pocket. And here he comes out, blasting out of the pocket.
Just like Randall Cunningham.
A little bit.
So far in the game, the only player for Tennessee to have a rushing attempt has been their quarterback.
Another first down. Inside the 20 of Florida at the 18. Now a little stutter step and driving forward. And about a 5-yard pickup for Jabari Small.
And my mistake, I remember just before that, we had one Small with a 5-yard gain. There's another one for him. So they're spreading it around a little bit, but the quarterback run has hurt Florida. Ooh.
That one's going nowhere.
Eating up inside. Those linebackers filled it fast.
Brenton Cox as well.
Amari Burney, number 2. Play about 4 of them inside. That time Burney, the hero of the Utah game, comes in and stuffs the play.
So 3rd down and 6. And a rarity. Tennessee taking its time.
Little different look. In the past, you could almost expect or count on a blitz from Florida. They play more bracket coverage now and blitz less.
3rd down and 7. 3 wideouts to the bottom of your screen. Everybody has a look to the sideline. Here comes a blitz. Down the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, incomplete. And it was Jacob Warren, the tight end, who got a hand on it but couldn't hold it.
And it almost looked like a conceded completion right here, didn't it? Put on right there, big bubble, a lot of space. You knew where the ball was going, but it was not accurately thrown, and that's why it was incomplete.
Rashad Torrance really closed quickly on what Gary said looked like a wide open catch.
It was, and if he put it right on his numbers, it would have been, but he allowed Torrance to make the play from behind.
Chase McGrath will try to break our scoreless tie from 32 yards away, and he tucks it inside the left upright. Good. So it took almost 14 minutes for somebody to get on the scoreboard. Tennessee looked like for sure a couple of times they were going to score touchdowns. They have to settle for a 32-yard. 3-0 Tennessee, capping a 51-yard drive in 10 plays with the field goal.
Yeah, you know, Ness, going into this game, Tennessee is one of the fastest-paced teams in college football. Tennessee actually so far trailing, they're leading the score, but Florida more plays, and that's what Billy Napier said. We got to find a way to keep the ball, but they also got to find a way to change that number.
That's right. That's right. Jason Marshall, Trevor Etienne waiting the kick of Paxton Brooks.
2 third-down plays, a fumble and a poor pass, have been the stoppers on both of those drives.
And a little indecision, but they'll take a knee and bring it out to the 35-yard line. Gives us a chance to remind you, tomorrow the NFL is on CBS, featuring Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs going to Indy to take on the Colts, plus a meeting of undefeateds in the AFC East between the Bills and the Dolphins, or the Bengals battling the Jets. It all starts with JB and the guys at noon Eastern on the NFL Today. Tomorrow, the NFL is on CBS.
Does it not feel like Anthony Richardson is more comfortable here on the road than he was at home?
Way more.
Or just feeling that Florida crowd, you know, and being a hometown guy, he just looks like he's playing today, playing ball.
Sure what the holdup is. The officials are going to eventually get out of the way and start things at the 25.
They made an announcement, but I didn't hear it.
Boy, we could hear it when we were here yesterday.
Yes, we could. Gators both tight ends left. Now they go tight ends right.
I think they had to put a second back on the clock. From the 25, Richardson pressured, throws late, throws incomplete. Intended for Keon Zipperer.
Decent protection. Time to throw the ball just at the end. He gets a little bit of push from Thomas. This Florida offensive line, they feel it's one of their best they've had.
The look behind Naquan Wright and Anthony Richardson. The big fellas up front, second down at 10. It's Henderson all the way in motion across to the bottom of the screen. Richardson going to run it here, get what he can, and out of bounds around the 30. Bring up third down at 5.
So not only did Anthony Richardson come into the season maybe with still mending that quad injury, then he had that hard hit in that game right on that ankle in that Kentucky game, and then with the weakness at backup quarterback, Florida was hesitant to call runs.
Right.
And I think they need the design run game for this offense to work for Florida.
Of course, he had that hamstring injury last year too. He's had some issues in the hamstring area here early in this season as well. Third down and 6. Throw complete. First down. Got it out to Zanders.
Talked about this veteran offensive line for Florida. Watch them pick up the stunt right here, coming around. Be patient on the offensive line. Inside, inside, inside. Yes, you got it, White. Nice job, Ethan White, number 77. Don't chase. One guy leaves, another one usually comes to replace him. Remember, they're being taught that there's a scrambling quarterback. Everybody's got to have a lane, so be patient. Somebody's coming in your lane.
Naquan Wright back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Dominique Bailey made the tackle as our first quarter comes to a close. 52nd all-time meeting between the Vols and the Gators, and at the end of one, it's Tennessee as the sun comes out over Neyland Stadium. Anthony Richardson on a quarterback run. Boy, puts his head down and plows Trayvon Flowers with him for a good gain out to the 44.
Yeah, Trayvon Flowers is a safety, but he's not used to tackling a guy like that.
240 pounds.
Yeah, exactly.
Makes third down a lot easier right now on Richardson's run, 3rd and 2. Empty backfield, so it'll be Richardson's call again unless somebody joins him. It will be Richardson. He's short by a yard.
Omar Thomas, number 21, defensive tackle, makes a pile inside. Right here, I think it is. Watch him make a pile. Then it's forced bounce outside and then cleaned up for the stop.
Byron Young makes the tackle. He bounces off and brings Richardson down a yard shy.
If he does, this will go. This is the 3rd, 4th down attempt of the game.
They got one of them. They failed on the other. 4th and a long yard here.
They look confused. They're going to have to take a timeout because the receivers are not ready yet.
Play clock winding down as well. They do get the snap off. Richardson.
Yeah, they took a timeout, didn't they?
They had
That's
to.
a smart one. The receivers were running over, looking around. They had no idea what the play was or even where to line up on the play.
So we'll take the timeout as well and see if Coach Napier decides to go on 4th and 1 again. Billy Napier has decided to go for it on 4th down, and it's about a yard and a half, to be honest with you.
Now remember also, he could try to draw him off sides. But I think he's convinced that he needs his offense to help his defense in this game.
Richardson rolled into some trouble, got away from it, throws and completes it for the first down.
So it's been always the quarterback. A sneak, a keep, and now a boot. And I think he feels that for his defense to stay in the game, his offense has to hold up and make some plays. We showed the plays a little bit earlier, and Napier says, keep the ball, guys.
There we go. Got it to Zanders to the 45-yard line. 6 passing first downs already. Far cry from a week ago against South Florida. Richardson got some heat again. Boy, he's in some traffic, and he throws a rope down to the 20-yard line. Breaking the tackle is Zipperer, and Zipperer is still going to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida. 44 yards on the Richardson to Zipperer touchdown.
Well, it paid off. He went for it on 4th down. He gambled. It was a great play by the quarterback, staying alive and finding Zipperer. And then it was a better play by Zipperer to make the catch and dodge a couple. Watch this inside the pocket. Move, and then find somebody. When you're in the middle of that mess, you find a receiver, and boy, not only 1, 2, 3 times he gets away from ball tacklers.
That was one heck of a run after catch by Zipperer. The extra point is up and good. Well, first, Anthony Richardson doing what he does well, moving around in the pocket. And then what he hadn't done well throughout the season, finds Zipperer for the first touchdown pass of the year. And it's a 7-3 Gator lead. Big plays, and so did that guy, Keon Zipperer, junior out of Lakeland, Florida, on the receiving end of that touchdown pass of 44 yards. Mahalik on the kick, and fair catch called for by Tennessee. They'll bring it out to the 25. 2 big plays on that drive, Gary.
Yeah, how about the confidence in a struggling quarterback? Okay, first the 4th down play, the 3rd of the game. This time he says, you're going to have to make a play with your arm. He does it half arm, half legs. Now, usually when a quarterback is struggling, once you flush him, you really can't get him to throw. But look at this time. Instead of just looking right here and here and here, he actually gets his eyes downfield. That's when you know you're doing it at a high level and you're playing free. He was playing tight before, just looking at it, but now he's stretching the field and making the plays.
Let's see if Hendon Hooker has an answer. And he's going deep, and he's got a man wide open on the run. Brew McCoy with a stiff arm, and he's out inside the 10.
Boy, just inexcusable for the Florida defense this time. Not much trickery. McCoy's in the slot, and he just goes long, and no one covers him.
70-yard pickup to the 5. Tennessee in one play threatening, and they pick up a couple there.
I mean, what's the answer for this? I mean, just line up right here, and he just goes along. I mean, watch this. Just runs right by the Florida defense. What are they thinking?
Nobody home.
They were home. They just didn't do their reads.
Well, he did. Hendon Hooker, touchdown. That's how you answer a Gator march.
You sure do. So really, it's been Tennessee who stopped Tennessee, okay? The great punch out on 3rd down fumble, and then they get a bad pass on the other 3rd down, but Hendon Hooker's been on. Florida works so hard to get a touchdown,
right? And
then you hand them one. You just hand them one. That's what Billy Napier will tell his team. Guys, it's too hard to beat them the right way. We can't help them.
The grab. Extra point is good.
I tell you, you give a crap to Hendon Hooker right now. The way he's playing quarterback, he's going to hurt you in the pass and the run.
His third rushing touchdown of the year, and the Vols are back in front. Transfer from USC, a 70-yard catch that got Tennessee down close, a career long for him. And Hendon Hooker did the rest from 4 yards out. 10-7 Tennessee.
Ness, I got here, when we got here, I went right up to the booth, and Brew was more open than I was, and there was nobody here at the stadium at that time. When I walked over, more people around me than Brew McCoy that time.
First touchdown pass of the season for Florida 2 drives ago. As I mentioned, the long ball. And Gary was the only guy more open than McCoy. Now let's see if Florida's got an answer again. Take a knee, a yard deep.
So a little short motion, which should not be too difficult. A wide stance, and the safety just stands there. You got bump and run to the outside. Safeties lets him go right back, and Torrance, who's in the middle of the field, has to clean it up, but 70 yards later. And then, you know, inside the 20-yard line, Tennessee loves the option.
Now Florida out at the 25, just under 12 minutes to go in the half. ETN behind Richardson, and the pistol set from the 25. They fake it to him. This is the same kind of play that he got that big first down. This time throws late and into the dirt, incomplete, as we check in with Jenny.
Yeah, Coach Heupel said there's not a louder place in all of America than Neyland Stadium today. And there's definitely some communications down here on the Gator sideline, guys. Coaching, they're having to constantly repeat themselves. Players having to get up and move right next to their coaches to hear them. You can't even hear yourself think down here.
I'm telling you, before the game, we had to go doing our hit with Zook and the guys. We had our hand mics in hand and decided we couldn't hear them well enough, so we had to put our headsets on. So I know exactly what you're going through. Richardson, low throw but complete to Whittemore.
Yeah, but those are the ones he's been missing, the easy ones. Hook pass, 12, 14 yards downfield. He's been missing it. Haddon, that looks like, isn't it?
Yep, Kamal Haddon is the guy that's down.
Let's see if we can see anything as he turns back. I don't think he was in the picture there. That wasn't even on the play.
Good job by Whittemore to get down low, get his hands under that pass, get first down. And we'll check on Kamal Haddon when we come back. Came out under his own power. Shorter was running around and just put the brakes on and hit him right in the breadbasket there, and I think just knocked the wind out of him. At least we'll hope that's it.
We're going to have to come out for a play no matter.
Yep.
Again, decent protection. The combination of Richardson breaking the pocket, feeling the pocket like the touchdown pass and moving around has given good protection to him. Just the one sack.
Fakes it to ETN, loads it, and fires. Got it again. Complete to Pearsall.
And fires is the word. That's what he has, that ability. Top of the screen, receiver, going to be a bootleg action, but that's the matchup to the outside. And Pearsall gets by him, a double move to the outside, out and up, and that ball wasn't more than 15, 20 feet in the air. It was a rocket.
First down at the 20. No gain on that one. Billy Napier doing some coaching on Richardson over on the sideline during that last time out.
And we saw many times, well, many, this year when he came back from interceptions, making key interception throws. Napier was right there kind of building his confidence, coaching him. As he said, he's early in the system. It's a new system, and he hasn't had a lot of experience.
Second down and 10.
Oh, that ain't working.
Motion everywhere.
Yep. That looked like some kind of a trick play, and it tricked Florida.
All-star offense, number 18. 5-yard penalty.
It might be loud here, but Billy Napier was trying to communicate to his whole team that time, and he was not happy. Look at this. They look. The tight ends think there's going to be a shift, and that was not good.
They called it on Xander's 18. They could have called it on about 3 different guys.
There were 4 people moving
Right.
on that play. Now you're behind the chains. 1st and 15. Second and 15. Excuse me. Yeah, it's short running game on first.
Now they do shift the 2 tight ends from one side to the other. And they go with a straight handoff. ETN got popped as he got about 3 yards before he's buried under a sea of orange.
Again, the running backs have not been able to gash him. They've been effective all year. They don't throw to the running backs much, this Florida team. Only 4 completions all season, and none so far today.
That used to be a staple for Florida.
Yes.
3rd and long. They need to get to the 10-yard line.
Florida's been facing a lot of zone in this situation. Again.
Richardson, plenty of time. Across the middle and a 1st down inside the 10 to Trent Whittemore again.
When you have a quarterback that can run the ball, you want a lot of guys to have their eyes on the quarterback, and that's why they play zone. But when you do that and you're not a good zone team, it opens it up.
Florida giving Tennessee a taste of their own medicine a little bit with some tempo. They go quickly, and they pick up 2 yards with ETN. Trevor Etienne is the younger brother of Travis of the Jacksonville Jaguars, former Clemson star.
Have you messed that up yet today so far?
I just had to get that out, so I thought I'd
you got it.
Get rid of my own jinx right there.
Florida substitutes, so Tennessee is allowed to have a late substitution.
2nd down and goal. Ball just inside the Volunteers' 7-yard line. Florida trying to answer Tennessee's touchdown with one of their own. Richardson to run all the way, trying to get to the edge, and does. Walk in, Anthony Richardson, touchdown.
Boy, you talk about getting the edge and getting it fast. Like late shift to the outside, and they just get around the corner. Good job by Barber. Gets out there, got a blocker in front of him, ETN, and he just walks him.
He walks right over our AT&T 5G pylon cam, in fact, on his way to the end zone on a 7-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, and another one of those drives. You know, Florida in this game has had 4 drives. They're averaging almost 9 plays a drive. Got to be. Now, they didn't want to give up a cheap touchdown like they did, but they're controlling the ball.
Number 15 playing like the guy that all the Florida fans were hoping that he'd become so far in this first half.
Yeah, Utah fans are going, yeah, that's the guy we played.
Yeah, that's the guy we played the first week. Extra point is good. 8:28 remaining first half. A 75-yard drive and 8 plays through the arms and the legs, in this case, of Anthony Richardson. Touchdown, Florida.
Round draft picks, and they never talked to me one time.
4 guys.
4 guys.
Yeah. Well, there's some of the support staff of Tennessee on their sideline. Florida's got a bunch of them. Hendon Hooker on the run. Got 7. Brought down by number 7.
Well, this high-tempo Tennessee offense has not been able. One of the reasons is they had a short drive and a turnover. They had a 70-yard play. But the Florida defense has only faced 20 plays in this game so far.
And this is going to be another good play by Chris McClellan, number 7. Made the last tackle, and this one's a tackle for loss.
Yeah, you got to make a pile in the middle of it. Can you make a pile inside? They do, and then you chase it down from the backside.
Freshman from Tulsa, 300-pounder. 2 big plays by him has forced a 3rd down and 5 here for the Volunteers.
Yep, that's a number 7 at defensive tackle. That's the way they do it now, right?
That's right. Makes him look slim.
Yes, it does. At 300 pounds, you need to look slim. That's all right. They got one guy that weighs over 400.
That's right. Jalen Wright with Hendon Hooker in the backfield. It's a Hooker pass upcoming down the middle and on strike. And it's Jalen Hyatt again.
So you got to have the running back help you in those situations. Florida brings a linebacker, and Jalen Wright takes it on and allows the pass before Bernie can get to the quarterback, Hendon Hooker.
19-yard pickup. Hooker looking for more. Completes it again. This is going to be a first down to Brew McCoy. As you hear the chants of Brew. Had that big 70-yarder earlier. And the transfer from USC, another first down.
Yeah, that's the real challenge. We talk about the guys all the time with the ball, but if Florida's guys without the ball, that defensive line don't get the quarterback, they're in trouble.
That's a tough 4 yards for Jalen Wright.
One of the top 10 in the nation in plays per game, and circumstances in this game, a turnover, and Florida holding the ball very effectively.
Josh Heupel said to us yesterday, we never concern ourselves with number of plays. If our offense is rolling, the plays are going to pile up, but we don't have a...
But that isn't what Billy Napier said to us.
No, it isn't.
He said we need to hold down the plays for our defense. We are not as deep as I'd like us to be, and our offense has to help us.
So far, so good. Try to follow the blocking, and it's not going to go anywhere. Nice job to stretch it out. The Florida defense just kept heading toward that sideline.
As a guy matures, and Brenton Cox, watch him. In his day, people thought that maybe he just wanted to rush the passer. But watch this time. Watch his effort. He plays the whole play, chases it down, and goes the whole. That's what the scouts look for. They know he can rush the passer. Will he play every play?
3rd down and 8.
Got that bear look. 3 defensive linemen inside with the 2 edge rushers, a 5-man front. Up front with the linebacker sneaking up to make it 6.
Hooker will run and throw late. Incomplete. He had his man wide open.
He did.
And Jacob Warren.
So Hendon Hooker's a basketball player, and that's just like playing point guard right there. He's dribbling down the court. Watch, he dribbles to his right. He draws the defense, keeps his eyes downfield, and should have used the bounce pass.
He almost was a bounce pass. That's the only part he didn't do right.
Yep.
To get it to number 87.
Be a 50-yard field goal from here.
They're going to go for a 4th down. 4th down and 8. Got to get all the way to the 25. And now maybe they're going to think about it, or is Florida going to take a timeout? Florida takes the timeout. That's their second of the half. With 5:21 remaining, we'll take a quick break with them and be right back. 14-10 Florida with 5:21 remaining in the first half as you look into the Tennessee River and Neyland Stadium. Hendon Hooker might have been holding his shoulder a little bit when he came off.
He's run a few plays at the running attack, hasn't he? Full out blitz.
4th and 8. Look out from behind. Down he goes. The ball is out. Going to be Florida football either way.
You got it. That time you wondered, would Florida drop back and play coverage, or would they come after him? They went after. It's been, the word for Florida all day has been be aggressive.
Right.
And they were aggressive on that 4th down call. Watch this 4-man front. They bring 5, drop the defensive end, but they bring the 2 inside linebackers. And then Hooker didn't have anybody, but from the backside, it's Bernie again.
And it's Ventrell Miller on the fumble recovery after forcing one earlier. Ventrell not having a big day as well. And they're going to take over at the 38-yard line.
Well, one guy that would like to learn how to get out of halves is Anthony Richardson, right? I mean, that's when he's at his trouble, is making mistakes at the end of half. Can he get out of half? A nice 4-minute drive here is exactly what the doctor ordered for Florida.
They blitz. Richardson throws wide, incomplete. Intended for Henderson.
So remember, he ran the ball right up the middle on one of those plays, took it out, and kind of seemed a little uncomfortable before that fourth down play pass, and this time he heads right to the tent.
Favoring his right shoulder, or maybe just his sternum. I don't know exactly.
He was knocked out of last year's game.
That's right. You mentioned that earlier. Doesn't want to get knocked out of this one. Gators second down and 10.
Well, the running game has been nothing.
Nope.
That was really circled by this defense coordinator, Tim Banks, said we got to stop those running backs. If they're going to run it, we want number 15 to run it. He has.
Right.
And it's been successful. But if you give him a two-fisted running game, that defense will crack.
Latrell Bumpus comes off after making that big stop. And now it's going to get loud again. Third down and 10.
Let's see if the Tennessee pass rush can clean up the quarterback, who's been so good at feeling that pass rush, both scrambling and finding the receiver after he moved up. They're coming after him.
A stunt up front. Richardson throws complete. First down to midfield. Stepping out at midfield, I thought, was Justin Shorter, but he did get the first down.
So how about this Florida offensive line? It's a veteran offensive line. They sift to the right side, pick it all up. Number 15 feels the pressure from his right, just slides over.
I was just going to say.
Slide, and throw. He did it perfectly. Working together with his line. He knew where the pressure was coming, and he bought him some time.
First down back in Tennessee territory for Florida at the 49.
Tough for that Tennessee defense. Last drive to the touchdown, they converted 3rd and 12. That one was 3rd and 10.
Richardson again steps up in the pocket a little bit too far in front of Pearsall.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Again, moving up in the pocket, just a bit high. I would not call that inaccurate, though.
No.
Could have been perfect, but you know, what do you want? This might be the play we're hearing that he might have got hurt. Again, he's running the ball aggressively and gets driven into the ground on his right shoulder.
That was that first big play that McClellan made.
Yeah, that's totally the play, no doubt about it.
At 305 pounds that we talked about, right on the shoulder of Hendon Hooker as they landed. Meanwhile, Florida trying to get more points before halftime. Second down. And again, the ground game goes nowhere. A loss of a yard.
Yeah, that time it was Elijah Simmons, number 51, getting that penetration into the backfield that blew that play up.
Well, here's another third down and long. Florida, all their drives have ended on Tennessee's end of the field. They do have 2 touchdowns off a couple of them.
Still have plenty of time here not to give the ball back, to just relax and snap it. Gimmick play. Yep, gimmick play did not work.
And smartly gets rid of it and throws it over the bench.
The offensive line never moved on the play. Trick play all the way. And now they're going to give the ball back with 3 minutes to go. Watch the offensive line snap. They never move. Yeah. 3rd and long. That's a bit too gimmicky for me.
And Richardson took a pretty big hit, too. His head and helmet bounced off the turf back there. This is a first punt of the day.
I think Anthony Richardson and the Gator bench wanted roughing the passer. I didn't catch it. I had my eyes downfield, but reading the body language after, I think they were really arguing for a roughing the passer on that throwaway.
Jeremy Crawshaw. You look behind him, set for the punt. And it's going to let this one go, and it's going to be down to around the 1-yard line. That's how you do it.
Anytime you punt to around the 1-yard line, that's pretty good.
He's shorter, the wide receiver down there on the special teams, just waiting on that kick to roll down to the 1. Let's check in with Jenny.
Yeah, I was told for Hendon Hooker that it's an upper body injury, but he is going to be good to go to finish out this first half. The guy's on the sideline. He was definitely wincing in pain, so I know he's not feeling great out there.
Well, he's going to come back out like.
That's why, and it's not the same. This was a running quarterback, but that's why the NFL is really called a penalty when you drive the quarterback into the ground. That's when you really, those big bodies driving you into the ground, that's when you get hurt.
There's the numbers on Hendon today. The touchdown was on the ground from 4 yards out. Now he's in his own checkerboard end zone. And a short gain, not much there. Jabari Small. Gators take him all the way back out into the back of the end zone. And oops, got a little shoving going on, a little bit of punching.
They do.
No flags yet.
Officials not overreacting. Warning them all this time. I bet they're saying no more of that, though. No more of that, or we're going to start calling from behind. They didn't like the way they just kept moving the running back and back and back and back. And boys will be boys at the end, huh?
Brenton Cox was trying to break it up, and he took a little slap to the face mask. And now Tennessee drives. There's where you put your aggression in, right there.
Absolutely.
See?
Absolutely.
Jabari Small picks up a first down.
Talked about Florida had a roughing the passer. This is the end of that play. Jeremy Banks drives him. They look around. I don't know. He was running to the outside. I would not have called that either.
Hooker, whatever the upper extremity problem is, he just had to throw that one away, and it barely made it to the line of scrimmage. So second down and 10.
Even though he was outside the tackle box, you got to get it past the line of scrimmage.
I think it bounced right about where the line of scrimmage was. Tennessee's got all the timeouts remaining. Still a minute 42.
Look how wide this split is. That's a staple of this offense for Josh Harper.
Using all the width of the field.
Oh.
Wow, what a hit that was. I guess who? Metro Miller. Florida happy to have him back because this is what he can do. Cox turned it in. Miller cleaned it up. Remaining, Florida wanting to force Tennessee to punt has used its final timeout. CBS Sports proudly celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month. In Knoxville, Tennessee, a minute 33 remaining in the half.
Keeping with the theme of Billy Napier coming in aggressive, taking a timeout with third down to go here. Another aggressive call. Challenging his defense.
And hoping they can stop this 3rd and 10 and force Tennessee to kick.
Yeah, Tennessee has all three if they pick this up.
Need to get out to the 22-yard line. Florida thinking about bringing some pressure, and they do straight up the middle. Hooker completes it to Eldo, first down. Princeton Fant, the tight end.
Well, that time they had Brenton Cox in the middle at the linebacker position, not his normal defensive end position. Pressure's there. Ball completed just over the line.
Tough throw going left.
Yes, it was.
Back to the right.
Especially when you got a bad shoulder.
Yeah. Now he's going to go deep. Got a man out there. Oh, what a catch. Diving catch by Keaton.
That's the backup wide receiver in the game for Cedric Tillman.
You talk about pretty on a layout and a 43-yard gain. Small. Maybe got 3. We're under a minute. Tennessee, all its timeouts remain. Ventrell Miller made the tackle.
You cannot lay out any more than this. And because of the hurry up and no timeouts by Florida, they couldn't challenge. I think that's a clean catch.
I do too. Back in 30 seconds with 44 seconds to play in the half. Fans are thinking there's going to be more points for Tennessee before halftime because Hendon Hooker, whether it's a bad shoulder or whatever, he rips this one. And Romel Keaton lays out at the 35 on a 43-yard gain.
That is beautiful, isn't it?
It sure was. 2nd and 7 now at the 32. Hooker completes it again. Same guy to the 23.
There's a first down. Clock's going to stop quickly. Get it set, and then they'll wind it.
First down at the 23, the Gators. Hendon Hooker looking for more. Completes it again. This one's to the tight end, Princeton Fant.
Yeah, and that'll force a timeout by Tennessee. The tackle to keep him in bounds was a big play by Florida right there.
Tennessee's down to 1 timeout remaining.
Well, we said Napier gambled, right? I mean, on 3rd down,
right.
He said, I'm going to stop it. I'm going to challenge you to make the 1st down. They did. But this time, they've got the drive. They own it. And remember also, Tennessee gets the ball to start the second half.
A thing of beauty.
Nice when your backup receiver can do something like that, right?
Cedric Tillman out due to injury. Makes this guy more valuable. And he and Jalen Hyatt have been big time today on the receiving end of Hendon Hooker passes.
Last time the running back was open in the middle, went out and angled in. Will they go back to him?
That would be Jabari Small.
Look at all that space in the middle of the field because of the wide splits.
And Small going to flare out of the backfield. Hooker's going to take off. He sees open space. He takes it and he goes down inside the 5. And now we got a little skirmish between the quarterback and the man that made the tackle.
The clock will stop for the 1st down, and then they will start it. Remember, you could ground the ball, but there's plenty of time here left. You've got a timeout.
1st and goal. Small. Only a yard, maybe not even that much.
Now they'll take a timeout. Now they'll take the timeout. There's plenty of space. Playing combo defense, and you've got room to run if you're the quarterback.
And Hooker throws a little bit of an elbow on the bottom of that pile right there, like, get off me. And that started the skirmish at the end of that play. He and Trey Dean face mask to face.
Yeah, and that's usually the process there. When one team is trying to slow down the clock and make the tackle, they hold on, and the running back or quarterback's pushing to get up. That's normal competitive football, if you ask me.
17 seconds now and no timeouts. Do they have to throw here?
I would. I would in this situation. I think you've got to at least roll your quarterback out so he has the option to get rid of it. And if he does feel he can get it in the end zone, he runs it in.
Today, the Volunteers 1 for 3 in the red zone for touchdowns. They're looking for one right here.
Would not be afraid to go with the fade pass out here. The way Keaton went up and caught that ball, it would not. Hey, look at nice split. Plenty of room to the outside to throw the ball to.
Jason Marshall is out there guarding him, and now Keaton's going to come in tight. Everybody in close from the 3-yard line. The throw over the top has hit this upright.
They're going to call holding that time inside. They were trying to do the pop pass to Fant, number 88, and Florida held him. Get it condensed and watch it. They grab him right there. Good call. Pop pass, not there.
Holding. Defense, number 2. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic 1st down.
So it's about the 1.5 with 12 seconds left.
Still dangerous to run the ball here to get off 2 plays. You still got to think, to me, roll out and where it's run pass for your quarterback. If you run it inside, you could get burned.
Empty backfield. Now they switch and get the tight ends on each side. 12th play of the drive. Hooker. Here's the rollout. There's the throw. There's the touchdown, Tennessee. Brew McCoy on the receiving end of that one.
Yeah, that's sometimes the aggressiveness has worked with the 4th down calls. That time, he saved just enough time to get a long drive by Tennessee, and Hendon Hooker, made him pay.
You talk about a drive before halftime. Try 99 yards in 12 plays to regain the lead.
Hendon Hooker's in the tent. He's got a bad shoulder. He gets there on the 1-yard line and takes him right down the field.
Chase McGrath to try to give the Vols a 3-point advantage with the extra point is up and good. Hendon Hooker doing his thing. Throws a strike to McCoy. And the chance of Brew go around Neyland Stadium. Fouls back in front. With his second touchdown catch of the year, with 7 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Can't do it much better than that.
How about, it's a pretty good game here. Both quarterbacks have thrown for over 200 yards in the first half. We opened the game about this being a quarterback day. It is, right?
Yep. Now Florida looking for a miracle return. And nice tackle on the special teams to end the half. As Gary said, good football game on both sides. 52nd meeting all time between Tennessee and Florida. Tennessee trying to snap a 5-game losing 5 games. Welcome back, everybody. Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson. A little over 2 hours ago, we opened up the show with all the great matchups over the years between quarterbacks in this series. We got 2 pretty good ones playing today, too.
Both threw for over 200 yards. I always judge a game like if I was home, I'd be like, I'm going to watch the rest of this one.
Well, I am too. We're going to do it together. How's that?
Yeah, I think both teams competed hard. They made some big plays, a few mistakes, but that's the way I like to watch it. I'll tell you that.
3-point game here at the break, and Tennessee will get the football first to start the third quarter.
Both teams needed their quarterback to run the ball. Neither one of them could really run the ball with their running backs. They needed help with the QBs.
And they're going to return this one from a yard deep out to the 27. And let's check in with Jenny Dell.
Yeah, I spoke with Coach Napier. He said the goal was actually to be in the fight during halftime. He said, hey, we're in the fight, so that's a win so far. But he said offensively they want to take advantage of opportunities, especially in the short game. And defensively, he wants to limit those explosive plays. He said no more mental errors in the second half, guys.
Yeah, they can't afford any more 70-yarders if they're going to beat these guys.
They had a big mental mistake for a 70-yard pass and a beautiful play on a 70-yard pass that would be tough to stop, but 2 huge plays.
So the Volunteers will snap it from the 27 to open up the third quarter. Hooker on the RPO, quick slant, completes, and it's Brew McCoy again. And McCoy is closing in on 100 yards receiving, 248 in the half for Hendon Hooker. Anthony Richardson, a ground touchdown and one through the air finally. And here's a big opening. This is the first time on a run. Jabari Small, and he's on the run. Small, all the way down to the 28-yard line. Bernie saved a touchdown.
Now a great block right here to the right side of the line. Just turns him out. Darnell Wright opens it up, and that's the first breakout for a running back on a really clean block play.
Quick snap. Hooker going back to the air. Got it out to Small. This time as a receiver, but no gain. Stopped by Trevez Johnson over there on the near sideline.
Tell you what, when against space teams like Tennessee does, and they're as good at it as anybody in the country, you must tackle in space, and so far Florida has.
Small got a couple. It's going to be third down and about 7. Josh Heupel's Volunteers keeping their foot on the gas here. And snap goes over Hooker's head. There's a flag down as well. I think Florida was offside, maybe.
You get a play that it's going to be a snap out of field goal range, but Florida's going to get called for offsides on the play.
Offside, defense, number 33, underneath the zone to snap. 5-yard penalty.
Another big play. A motion man goes in front of him, and all of a sudden, an easy 5 yards.
Umana Mullen is the guy that jumped.
Right side, there he is. Yeah, just a little bit of motion was the difference that time. And look what happened. Out of field goal range.
Instead, third down and short. Shorter. Third down and 2 coming up.
There goes these condensed formations that they've been using more than ever this year compared to the first year of Heupel.
And I don't know if they're going to get it or not. The guy that had the penalty made the tackle on Jalen Wright. Jalen Wright says he's got it, and he might be right.
Get him in there tight, root him out. Cade Mays, number 63, the center, ran right behind him.
And they do move the sticks.
Excuse me, it's Cooper Mays. That was his brother, Kate.
That's right. And his daddy was a captain back in the early 90s here. So it's a volunteer family. Yeah, they're going to bring the chains out. I spoke too soon on whether they were moving them. They're moving them to the field to take a look at this. And he got it by the nose. So this opening drive of the third quarter for the Volunteers has them back in the Florida 18-yard line.
Last year in the second half, Florida outscored Tennessee 21-zip. But a big fourth down drop. Tennessee was still in that game. And then after that one, then the injury, they got kind of lost it. Right now, big drive.
Hooker pulls it out, throws it out, complete, spinning near a first down is Drew McCoy, and that's putting him over 100 yards receiving today.
He says he likes to be quiet in the pocket, and he is.
Short yardage run by Wright. He's got the first down.
Anytime these tempo teams gain 6, 7, 8 yards on first down, they're coming right at you with the second play.
They're already lined up there. First and goal. Just inside the 7. Hooker lobs one.
He had him. Yep.
Incomplete.
That was one he should not have lobbed.
They should put a little mustard on that one to McCoy.
He had Drew wide open, coming on the corner route right inside. Boom, breaks out. He's got it. Just too high on that one, right? He line drives that one. He's got him in the corner of the end zone.
When he gets down inside the 10-yard line, last time he hit the upright with an overthrow, that was a penalty, though. And that one was too high as well.
Tennessee does a good job of starting their wideouts real wide and then coming in and then running the route from in more space.
Got 2 to each side here.
Combo look, 3-on-2 both ways for Florida.
Hooker looks right. Now he's going to run with it. He's going to coast in. Touchdown, Hendon Hooker. Got a flag down, however. Let's see what the flag's about.
Gerald Mincy, number 54, turned around and looked like, wait, I hope you didn't see me do something, because he right away turned around to the official.
Offense, number 54.
And it was 54. You can always tell the guy that has his hand in the cookie jar, can't you?
Yeah, you sure can. So they're going to have to regroup, take
Mincy's
6
right
off the board.
here. Easy touchdown. Really didn't need to hold it all. It was a touchdown all the way, but just enough of a grab. Maybe a chance for a play. I doubt it with the speed of Herndon on the play, but he turned around and looked, and he was caught. Good call.
And that negates a 7-yard touchdown run by Hooker. And backs it up to 2nd and goal at the 17. Hooker throws in the flat. It'll be a touchdown this time. Jabari Small.
Well, everyone's playing man-to-man except for the guy running the back. Watch, he's got the back right here. Man. The linebacker doesn't follow his guy. He thinks it's zone, and it busts the defense.
Hooker out to Jabari Small. He does the rest after the catch.
That's 2 big plays that Florida has just given them. You're playing man down there. You just cannot release the running back.
McGrath in for the point after. Up and good. What a way to open the third quarter for the Volunteers. 73 yards in 10 plays. This is the capper.
They backed up the one from the first half and started the one in the second half.
Our aerial coverage of today's game brought to you by Goodyear. You look in at Neyland Stadium in Knoxville as it erupted a moment ago after Tennessee opened the third quarter with another touchdown drive. Now lead by 10. In the last 5 minutes and 35 seconds there of playing time, 14 points for Tennessee.
Exactly why teams defer when they win the toss. They love that opportunity to go back to back. You score and you get the ball back again to start. You end it and you start it.
It's funny, Josh Heupel talked with us about that very thing yesterday in our meeting.
Yep.
Those final minutes of the first half and the opening minutes of the second half, so important. And boy, has that been the case today.
And they executed it. Like I said, I don't mind Napier being aggressive right there with that call. Tennessee just executed.
Right. And they'll bring it out to the 25-yard line for Florida. Now it's time for our hometown connection presented by T-Mobile. Here's Jenny.
Coach Napier was actually born in Tennessee, about 90 miles from here. His mom and dad went to Tennessee Tech. He moved to Georgia when he was 2, but he has family members who are die-hard Tennessee fans. I asked if they're here, who they're rooting for, and Coach said, trust me, if they're here, they're rooting for us. If they're not rooting for us, they're not at this game. I promise you that. So he got 13 tickets for his family. They're all wearing the right colors today, guys.
His brother in the middle looks like it.
Yeah, I think that's him, right?
I think so.
That'd be my guess.
Yeah.
They go to the same barber, I'll tell you that.
Billy born in Cookeville, Tennessee, before moving to Georgia when he's a couple years old. Anthony Richardson pressured from behind, and he's going down. Flags down as well. We might have holding on top of a sack.
Well, Brian Young, their best pass rusher, finally makes the play. Coming around the outside right there.
Personal foul, fake Smith. Offense number 76.
Number 6 gets him. Both sides collapse and turns around and says, that was holding on me. I'm telling you that right now.
Garage is the guy that's the guilty party. And we're going to take another look at that play to see what the penalty
Kind of
is.
pinned him. Did they get him with the face? Yeah, he actually grabbed his face mask. Yes, as he came around.
They called it a personal foul because it's an offensive face mask.
That's a true holding right there.
It really was. Holding his face. Backed up to the 13-yard line now. First and 22. Double fake, and then the throw is on target out to the 28-yard line to Pearsall, and that'll quiet the crowd.
Pearsall is the transfer from Arizona State. Anthony Richard gets in the pocket, trusts that offensive line. They just gave up a sack, but he's got a beautiful pocket. He delivers it where he had to. Right off the outstretched arm of Trayvon Flowers that time.
So they got a chunk of the penalty back, but it's still second down and 6.
Crowd noise is a factor. The running back has to come up and help on the play.
He'll get the carry and the first down that time. Naquan Wright.
So nice job by Wright. He comes up, he hears the audible, and then he helps the offensive line with the call, takes the handoff, finds the space for the first down. How about that? Back-to-back plays. Second down, third down for the first down.
And they got the first down and the end around. And a nice stutter step. And making something out of nothing was Xavier Henderson. I thought he was going to be stretched out of bounds, but a good gain on that one.
Well, we saw Garage on the holding penalty, but watch him come back and do a good job to the outside this time. You're going to run the ball to the outside, and big number 76 gets to the outside, turns his man in for the very, very effective run play.
At midfield, another Gator first down, trying to answer the scoring drive of Tennessee. Couple yards on that one for Naquan Wright. Juwan Mitchell made the stop. And these two guys have both played very, very well today.
The score's not tied, but those two guys are about tied, right? The tough part, the noise here, the communication for the offensive line, getting off on the snap.
This is probably the easiest spot to be in around midfield. You get down from one end to the other, it really gets tough on you. Richardson scrambling around, throws on the run, throws a dart complete.
Got another
flag.
Only a 3-man rush that time, Tennessee does, and are they going to get a hold out of it? Don't know if it was, hand to the face mask or a hold.
Personal foul, hands to the face, defense number 6.
Yes, it was the other way that
15-yard
time.
penalty will be added to the end of the run and includes an automatic first down.
Austin Barber, number 58, is the guy who got to the hand of the face. Right over here to this side is going to be the action. Yep, right up there. Ryan Young, number 6, early in the pass rush.
There's the shove to the face.
Yep.
So we had one go each way so far this quarter. Let's move the ball down to the Tennessee 21-yard line.
And I'd be thinking almost, you got to be thinking 4-down territory right here.
Trailing by 10.
4-down calls.
The fake to Naquan Wright. Richardson rolls and now throws to the end zone. Overshot. Xavier Henderson.
And I'll tell you, the press box will see that on this play, when you fake the ball to the running back, nobody carries the running back. He was wide open on the play. Good coverage to the outside this time. Charles takes him, but watch the running back get the fake, and no one covers him here to the top of the screen.
Little wheel route out there.
Yeah. Yep, that'll be noticed.
Empty backfield. And the shift continues with 3 receivers in tight on the left side. That's a run all the way for Richardson in that direction.
That was the same play to the left that he scored the touchdown to the right earlier in the game. Same formation, just flipped the other way.
There's the convoy in front. Good blocking, picked up 5 yards. Still needs 4 more for a first down.
How close do you have to be? Because remember, field goal makes it a 7-point game. To go for it on 4th down.
Third and 5. Need to get to the 11-yard line. It's a run by Montrell Johnson out of the Wildcat, and he's short. And it's 4th down.
Tough decision. How close are they? He's aggressive all day has been the word from the very first drive on.
Well, he's going to go again.
This is a long 2, is it not?
It's more like 3.
Again, field goal makes it a 7-point game. I would kick the field goal, but he's got a lot of confidence. Maybe he's dialing up the way the offense for Tennessee is going, thinking I got to have 7.
They shift the tight ends from left to right. Play clock down to 3. Richardson on 4th down, throws, and it's caught. Complete down to the 6-yard line to Zipperer.
Boy, how about all the decisions you have to make as a head coach, right? Everyone has such a big outcome on the game, and then you got to trust your guys. I mean, wide open on the play. No one even near them.
So 1st and goal. Down to the 2 is Richardson.
Crowd was rocking. Tennessee had gone back-to-back touchdowns. Now what do? Just keep playing football. That's what Florida has done.
2nd and goal at the 2. Driving in near the goal line. Montrell Johnson, but he's not in.
Montrell Johnson, the transfer, Sunbelt Freshman of the Year, getting backup carries. Naquan Wright of the 2-1-2 guy.
Quarterback keep. Richardson's in. Well, they haven't signaled that. I thought he was in. Apparently they do not agree.
Well, they don't. They're still talking. Hold on. They're still talking.
From up above, it certainly looks like he's across the goal line.
They called him short. Now the replay official is going to have a clean look.
Well, I mean, how much farther do you have to get in?
This is where you're really happy to have replay on a play like this. He loses the momentum, but I think I agree with you. I think he's over the line. I think they're going to reverse it and call in a touchdown. His knee was never on the ground because he was on the back of all of his players.
Right. Again, they have him collared, and I mean he's in by a yard, if you ask me. But nobody's asking me.
You're telling them even if they aren't asking.
So it's in the hands of Mickey Haddock right now, the replay official. Gene Steratore is watching in New York. What do you think, Gene?
I'm with you guys. He's definitely in by a yard. And, you know, I empathize because you try to get back on the field as an official and try to think what are the guys that are ruling and girls that are ruling on whether it's a touchdown or not. There's so many bodies there when you're on the line and the goal line running in, hoping you can see the ball. There were times that I wish they would have tied me to a wire and hovered me over the goal line too, fellas.
The ruling on the field is a touchdown. The ball carrier crossed the goal line.
Anthony Richardson, a 1-yard touchdown.
How about that 11-play drive to answer? In the last 4 meetings, Florida has scored at least 31 points in this game. So both sides realize we got to score to win this game. And a lot. They got to get in the 30s, it looks like, for sure to win the game.
Extra point coming up. Mahalik. They try to make it 24-21. Does. At the 5:55 mark, remaining third quarter. A 75-yard drive in 12 plays. Some big fourth down conversions in there as well, including that one to Zipper. That got him close. Anthony Richardson got him in. His 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Invesco proud to support student athletes on and off the field with a donation of $1,000 to both Florida and Tennessee's General Scholarship Fund. Well, that drive for Florida, at one point they had a first down and 22 at their own 13-yard line. They cap off that 12-yard march with a touchdown from Anthony Richardson. And we got a ball game, 24-21.
Florida's 3 for 4 on 4th down. 2 of them have been pass plays.
Gutsy all day long. They're playing wide open because this high-powered group of volunteers, they know they got to put points on the board. Tennessee, good run back by Jimmy Holiday, who's in this half after being kept out of the first half for disciplinary reasons. He got in a skirmish last week, threw a couple of punches. And now Josh Heupel and Alex Golesh, his offensive coordinator, back to work on the headsets. There's Coach Golesh on the left.
And he and Josh Heupel have been together for 7 years. They instinctively understand the adjustments they need to make. They've seeded about all, running the same offense together for 7 years. They know how to yin and yang against the best whatever they see.
2 receivers in the backfield with Hendon Hooker, and now Hyatt goes out to the top of your screen. Hooker's looking that way and is not going to get a throwaway, but he's got it on the run, and he's got a first down and a bunch more. Hendon Hooker down the sideline. Big play all the way to the 18-yard line.
It looked for sure that it was going to be a sack in the backfield, but gets pushed right by, and then Hooker just sees what he's got in front of him, just enough blocking. The wide receivers stay active. This guy's some athlete, some quarterback, isn't he?
44 yards later, Tennessee's back in the red zone. Ventrell Miller's the guy that made the touchdown-saving tackle, and he's still down. There's Ventrell coming, flying in, pushes Hooker out. And
I wonder if he got cramps on that play, because he laid everything he had just to get there to push him out.
He did look like he's trying to stretch it out on his own long run. Only takes one battle to change your life. Don't miss Sanaa Lathan's directorial debut in a new movie, On the Come Up, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Rated PG-13, meaning Gary can even watch it. Go to ParamountPlus.com to try it for free.
So how about Hendon Hooker? Rick Neuheisel asked us in the open in our pregame show whether Hendon Hooker should be considered for a Heisman. All he's doing is almost throwing for 300 and running for 100 in this game.
Yep. Not a bad way to do it, huh? 110 on the ground, almost 400 total. And he's got his team. There's his mom, Wendy. He says, Mom critiques everything I do. She tells me on the end of runs, get down, don't get hit. He doesn't listen to that. But she says,
everything else. Watch
your feet in the pocket, square your shoulders up, do it the right way. He's doing it every way so far. And down the middle, did it again. Inside the 5 is Princeton Fant, the tight end.
Asked him, what did he need to work on? What did he work on in the offseason? He said, fundamentals. Quiet in the pocket, push with my right foot, accuracy. He's doing it all.
First and goal. Maybe a yard for Jabari Small. Amari Burney is the guy that made the stop, but they've got it at the 1-yard line.
So I think if Billy Napier would have heard that in the middle of the third quarter, 52 plays, he'd be happy. But boy, they're moving the ball with the 52 plays.
The push to the goal line. No signal yet. Going to be down a little bit short. Florida does a nice job of standing up number 2.
Are they going to take a peek at this one, too? Did the football get to the line? It might have.
Might have.
Yeah, I think it might have. You could have back-to-back replays on both sides of the field here. I'd have to take a look at that if I was in the booth. Because you never know. The next one could be a fumble or snap or something. I think Josh Heupel will take a timeout if he has to because he thinks it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
He's going to challenge. He is.
So they announced a timeout. Gene Steratore is with us as we take a look at it. This one's tougher to call, if you ask me, Gene, than the other one.
Yeah, I agree, Brad. Yeah, and and I think there's more bodies kind of in that rugby scrum feel as well. But I think if you watch after the initial stop, you do get that push. And although we may not see the ball from the high shot here on the wire, you can tell that that portion of the body has made it. This is a really great look from the opposite high end zone. I feel like he's in right by a good half yard on the play. And I think Gary makes a wonderful point is, listen, you've got to review this play because you don't know what's happening on the next snap.
Yeah. That was him.
If this ball's broken. Yes, yeah, exactly. Good.
I think the ball was above the line. I think it's a touchdown. Darnell Wright, number 58, got that last push. But, that's why we have replay here.
Right there's the best shot. And Gary circled it perfectly down the line. Because his hands are in front of his head and his head's in, so the ball you would think is along with him.
They keep pushing from
right
the back behind, and I think they push him over the line.
If that is the case, it's going to be a 1-yard touchdown run by Jamar Small.
Rolling on the field, the ball carries short of the goal line. The previous play is under photo review.
All right, so they finally make the announcement that they're going to review it.
Billy Napier is hot over there. He just got a 50. Well, now interesting. If it's short, it's going to be a 1-inch penalty. If they score, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty on the kickoff.
Oh, Billy. Like the enthusiasm, but when you got 4 of your coaches trying to hold you back from getting a penalty. And he is still letting the official on that side of the field know that he's there. Let's go and let's go.
Yeah, well, sometimes you wonder if we're using common sense that he's over, but do you actually see the football? That's the question, So that could be the doubt and why it's taking so long for replay. Yeah, that's why you got 15. think we got the best look down the line that you could possibly get, right? Here's from the pylon. This can't help, can it? Don't have any idea where he is. We paid for those pylon things and we're using them.
That's right.
Look at that right now.
By golly.
That's right.
This is the best shot, I think.
Absolutely. Man, I think it's clear. He's right there past the line.
Yeah. Well, it's taken a while.
I will have to say, I do not see the football at all. I think it's underneath his arm right there, but it is called short. So maybe that's the ruling.
Unless he's carrying the ball on his back. I don't know.
Interesting.
Here we go.
Oh, this is a talk after the talk to the replay booth. I wonder if this is where to assess the penalty. The conversation's going on.
Straighten it out for us, Scott Walker.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct on the head coach of Florida. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
You can't get any closer to the goal than you are.
No, but it also gives them a first down.
That's right.
It re-racks.
All right. So you can see where the ball is. The nose is almost touching the goal line. Let's see if they give Jabari Small another crack at it here. He's the guy that we thought had it in the end zone. Hendon Hooker may be on a quarterback sneak right here as well. Well, he's going to be in the shotgun, so that's not going to happen. Small, touchdown Tennessee.
I know a lot of people, when it's real short yardage like this, hate the shotgun. The reason teams do it is they very rarely snap the ball to the center, and that's where a fumbled snap could. They feel more comfortable here because they don't get the quarterback center exchange in the short yardage play.
Good point. So Jabari Small thought he had one play ago. Now he does have one officially. Billy Napier says that cost me half the distance to the goal and 10 minutes of time for the same result. Extra point is good. So a couple of short touchdowns here in this quarter. One by Florida, now one by Jabari Small. And the Vols are up 10. Engineer another touchdown drive that covered 62 yards. Speaking of years, these are some of the oldest quarterbacks of note in college football, Hendon being one of them. And with that, let's ask you the Aflac trivia question. Who's the oldest winner in the Heisman Trophy history? Oldest Heisman Trophy winner. Okay, think about that. Gary got that one quickly.
Well, yeah, because I'm old.
Yeah.
Because I'm old.
No, yeah,
I remember.
that's not what I meant. So a 10-point game. Tennessee trying to snap the losing streak that's reached 5 games. They've lost 16 of the last 17 to the Gators. Right now they got a double-digit advantage. This kick fielded right around the 1-yard line. Henderson doesn't even get to the 15. Flag down as well.
That means it's going to go back about the 7.5-yard line, right?
Yep.
During the return, illegal block in the back, kicking team number 13.
And so the kicking
Correction,
team.
receiving team number 13.
Okay, I was going to
Half the
say.
distance to the goal. First down.
Spent too much time on the headset over there on the sideline.
Yeah, he said it the wrong way, but he moved it the right way for Tennessee. Penalties.
There it was.
Return team, not the kicking team. Florida scored on 3 of their last 4 drives. Down by 10. Look at the yardage, though. 54 plays. Again, this is a team that's used to running close to 80, but the yardage, my goodness. They got a third of the game left and close to 500 yards.
Time of possession, not a big deal when you're Tennessee's offense. The way they perform today and all year long so far.
They like a lot of plays, but they prefer a lot of yards and points.
They've got both right now.
One punt in the game.
Tough spot for Richardson and the Gator offense here. Down on that end of the field where it's going to get noisy here at this snap. At the 4-yard line.
For the first down.
They really needed that one and they got it. And they'll keep it to Etienne's hands again. And the freshman got, well, he did not go down apparently. He gets up, keeps going. I thought he was down after about a 5-yard gain, but.
And that's the mechanics on the silent count is the center is controlling it. He gets tapped, but then his hand goes forward, and that's what signals it.
There's the cutback by Etienne, and now they blow this one dead. After that 16-yard gain.
The ruling on the field, the ball carrier's knee was not down. He did reach the line of game for a first down. The previous play is under further review.
Well, that's what I was talking about. When I thought he was about to go down and kept his balance and picked up 16 yards and a first down. So now they're looking at that as well.
Well, he doesn't have to go that far down to go down. I mean, he's a, what is he, 5'9" running back, those compact guys. I mean, listen, there's been some effective guys. Clyde Edwards-Helaire was one of them. Let's see as he runs to the outside.
That wasn't the play.
No, that was the first down out of the end zone. It's the next play they're reviewing.
So the ruling on the field's a first down.
So far, I hope the replay booth has something because we haven't seen anything yet, but we're going to get it. I know we will. Here it comes. Did he land on top of him? Looked like he did from that angle, didn't it?
He thinks so. Etienne, that is.
After further review, the ball carrier's knee was down at the 24-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
All right, well, we got that one straightened out, too. Took a while.
No, but I assume the booth had looks that we didn't see or show on that play. Take another peek.
It's going to be a gain of 5 right there. His left knee is down. First winner in Heisman Trophy history. Chris Wenke played baseball for several years before going to Florida State, so. And there he is, Chris Wenke on the right. Josh Heupel was the runner-up to the Heisman. LaDainian Tomlinson and Drew Brees. That's a good group.
Yeah, that's right. That's a really good group.
That was a good year.
Well, 3rd and 5. Protect number 1. Silent snap count. The center will control that with his arm up front as he moves it forward. The linemen see it, and then he goes back. Watch. Move it forward.
Tennessee brings an extra man. Richardson trying to run for the first down. Nowhere near it. Got a couple. It's 4th down.
And the timing goes off to the center because of the silent count. As Ness said, 5-man rush this time. Stunts right into the quarterback draw that time to stop it. And now, could it be 4-down territory already?
Ooh.
The defense can't get a stop. Maybe that's what Napier's thinking.
I guess so. And this is a tough spot on the field.
There's a lot of time left.
Quarter. Home Depot SEC on CBS. Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. And And the hometown Volunteers have a 10-point lead, 31-21. Florida, though, driving right now. This drive started at their own 4-yard line. Second down and 6. Just outside the 30. And about a 2-yard pickup on that one will bring up third down. Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell, Gene Steratore. Talk about pulling the stop sign. I don't think I've ever done a game with this many fourth downs.
Well, if it wasn't Les Miles, no.
Yeah, that's true.
I will say this. He's 4 for 5. 3 of them have been passes, a couple short ones, and now a long one. I mean, I think you're looking at the game plan the rest of the game. Tennessee knows it's 4-down territory as soon as Florida gets the ball.
This time a run all the way for Anthony Richardson on the corner. Trayvon Flowers with the big hit, but I think he got the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, both quarterbacks, Richardson's thrown for under 300. They both run the ball. They've been the leading carriers, obviously leading passers, but Richardson has run the ball 14 times. Hooker 11 times. Hooker for more than 100 yards. You're talking about a quarterback-centric offense.
Boy.
Both of these guys are coming through.
Richardson's over 300 yards in the air. As Gary said, that's a career high for him. He's one pass completion away from matching his career high as well. That was against Kentucky. On the ground and a big opening. Close to a first down. Naquan Wright got about 9.
Interesting formation that time. Florida showed it a few times. This time they run the stretch back. They unbalance to the left side, cut back to the short side. Wide open.
Wright got 9, second and a yard. He'll get it again, and he got the first down this time. So Florida moving it down the field. They got it to the 13-yard line.
I feel like Tennessee is going, who are these guys? They will not go away.
Really?
We keep bombing them with knockout punches, and they keep clawing back in the game.
It'll be an empty backfield. Anthony Richardson. Let's see if it's his call to run again. They got Strong to the right side, but they're blocking. And that's where he started to head. And the ball came out. Fumbled. Tennessee's got it. Jeremy Banks with the fumble recovery.
Amari Thomas, number 21, I think is the guy that stopped it and forced the play, though. And that's to the outside. 21 is right there to the outside. Watch him stick out his hand and force the fumble on the play.
It's the last thing Florida wanted to happen there, and the ball was out. And Richardson with the fumble. Josh Heupel with the reaction on the sideline. 10-point lead, and they've got the ball back. Fourth quarter.
Defensive players for Tennessee. They force the ball inside, and Thomas, number 21, gets his paw on it. The ball comes out. Turnover for Tennessee.
So the Volunteer offense has got it back at the 13-yard line. Playing with a double-digit lead. Florida's first miscue today, turnover-wise. And it's a costly one down in the red zone.
And the last 3 drives have been touchdowns for Tennessee. I don't have any. What would Florida do? You got any strategy for them? How about
stop this guy.
How about cover the guy?
Covering that guy. Yep. Jacob Warren, the big tight end, all the way down to the 40.
Lines up as the H-back and does the wheel route. He's right here, just goes down the field.
Nobody back there for Florida.
Nope, another wide open receiver, another bust for the Florida defense.
And another pass play of 45 yards. And now Jabari Small with both arms wrapped around that football, driving his way near the
They
35.
had the short touchdown pass for a touchdown. They had the long 70-yard pass to set up a touchdown, and now they just get out of trouble with a easy wheel route that Florida doesn't even try to cover. Nobody got picked, just a mistake, man-to-man coverage.
Second quarterback in Tennessee history with over 300 in the air and 100 on the ground. Josh Dobbs did it a couple of times. Went back to the air and overshot his man that time. Brew McCoy brings up third down.
It's a calm, confident quarterback, isn't it?
Yep. Even the look on his face.
Yep.
The exception of the pain he had on his shoulder a little bit earlier in the first half. He's a cool guy. Said one of the things that Coach Heupel wanted me to be more of is a little more vocal, to show my leadership, and he said, I think I've accomplished that. And his play is leadership, I'll tell you that much. On 3rd and 3, rolls to run or throw. It's a run, almost a horse collar, but he's still got a first down. Amari Burney brought him down.
That was a sprint run pass option. Burney comes from the backside. Did he do the jersey first? He did. That could have been a horse collar.
Now they go back to Jabari Small.
He slowed him down with the horse collar, did he not?
Yep.
Should have been called. Watch this. This is the one that slows him down, and then he makes the tackle afterwards.
So Small got about 6. Second down at 4. Look at the quarterback numbers. Impressive on both sides.
Tennessee is going up tempo, and remember, Desmond Watson, number 21, the 400-pounder, is in the game. Tough to get out when a team is going tempo and you weigh 400 pounds.
There's a throw out to Hyatt. Hyatt's got a first down. He would have loved to have stayed in bounds, but he doesn't have much choice as Rashard Torrance made the hit. And the clock is still running. At the 15-yard line. And there's a big fella.
Yes, remember in the SEC Championship when Alabama used that strategy against Jordan Davis? Kind of gassed him out early in the game by going up tempo. Here they're taking advantage. Well, he doesn't even try. See the way, if he tries to go off the field, Tennessee will just snap the ball quickly.
Right. And they're using all the clock they can. This is about as slow as Tennessee can go with the way they play. They just got it off with 1 second on the play clock, and they got it down to the 5-yard line. Jalen Wright.
Yeah, they go slow, but they have the option to quick snap it if they want. So they use the tempo, the threat of the tempo, to slow the game down when they want to.
First and goal, just outside the 4. Hooker, RPO, and down he goes. Amari Burney makes the tackle.
Wanted the slant to the bottom of the left side of the Tennessee attack. Covered pretty well. Would have been better that time if Hooker would have just tossed that away on first down.
So now we're approaching 9 minutes. Tennessee up by 10. Almost another horse collar right there.
Him down again. Same guy too, Burney. 2 in a row.
His jersey's going to be a little bit bigger around the neck by the time the game's over. Play clock winding down, under 5 again. Second and goal, but now it's back at the 8. And this time they don't get it off.
No, I think they took timeout right before the snap. Tennessee did.
Prior to the snap, timeout, Tennessee. The second charge timeout of the half.
8:43 remaining in the ball game. Billy Napier's 20th ranked Gators trailing by 10. 3 remaining. Hendon Hooker today, Gary, pretty impressive, huh?
Yeah, and remember early in the game on a running play, he got nicked a bit in that shoulder area, went into the tent, but then came back out on the field and delivered. a 99-yard drive. Remember the end of the half, that deep pass to kind of change the field position. Finished it off with the touchdown pass at the end of the half. Then came out with that drive at the beginning of the half. So he's been right on. Running game, passing game, the whole deal.
Down to the 5 goes Jalen Wright. Well, maybe he got even more. Down to the 4-3. And again, they're pushing and shoving at the end of the play.
It's a must stop for this Florida defense here. They got to hold Tennessee to a field goal to stay in this football game. Down by 10, field goal makes it 13, still in the game.
Jalen Wright just kept the legs driving, and then his lineman came in to give him a shove forward.
They love to run the option down here in these situations. The shotgun option.
From the 5. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jalen Wright.
Watch Hendon Hooker hand this ball off and dodge the blitz at the same time. Going to run it right up the gut. Watch him hand it up. Oh, get out of the way at the same time. And then gash it in for a touchdown. Efficient offense. Offensive coordinator Alex Goulash and Josh Heupel working together in tandem to run the ball, pass the ball, everything they wanted to do. They didn't need 80 plays today to score, did they?
Nope. Extra point coming up. And it's good. Remember, this started after the Florida fumble of Anthony Richardson. On this play, the recovery by Banks as that ball squirted out of there. The Tennessee offense took over at the 13. Capped a 10-play drive that covered 87 yards. Jalen Wright with the touchdown. Smokey loving it. 21, a 3-score game. Tennessee in front, just under 8 to go. And Tennessee will take a knee, bring it out to the 25. We take it down to Jenny.
Yeah, it looked like Anthony Richardson got hurt during that fumble. He went into the injury tent for about 5 minutes. His left shoulder was definitely bandaged up when he came out. Now, he came out to the sideline. He was stretching his neck out, looks to be incredibly uncomfortable out there. But he spoke with Napier, and he's going to go back into the game. But Jalen Kitna was warming up on the sideline, guys.
Okay, Jenny, thanks. Still talking to his coach over there. You can see the tape on that shoulder underneath his pad, or underneath his jersey, I should say. Yeah, they need him right now. He's had a heck of a game with the exception of that fumble. They need all of them right now with under 8 to go. Three-receiver group to the right. Richardson looking back the other direction. And now he's going down. And it's to John Terry.
So what's going on? Why wasn't anybody to throw the ball to? Had somebody open to the top, but it just did not seem like he was looking right. He was looking left the whole way. Terry gets the sack.
2nd and 14. This time he is going to throw to the right and a little bit high, catchable maybe for shorter, but couldn't hold on.
I can tell you, when you have a bad left shoulder or a neck, it's really hard to pull and turn on those throws. The ball tends to sail on them when you're just throwing all arm. If he's at all nicked, it could be affecting these throws. You just can't get that rotation into the throw.
It's probably 2-down territory here, even though they're deep in their own end of the field. That hasn't stopped Billy Napier so far today. So at least get some of the 14 you need on 3rd down. Richardson throws on the run and delivers a 1st down throw to Xavier Henderson.
The offensive line handles the stunting by the Tennessee rush. 5 are up there, only 4 come, gets out of the pocket, and delivers. And here we go again. Everybody but the center was on target that time.
Yep. The ball still where he was holding it.
False start. Offense, number 77. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Don't forget, before we're done, we'll have the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. There have been some big ones today for both teams. But right now, Tennessee in command, and the clock is their friend. Down to 6:45 and running. Four-man rush. Richardson throws sidearm over to the sideline. Had to get rid of it as the pocket was collapsing. Second and 15 coming up.
Tennessee is not gambling. They're rushing 4 players. It's 4 different players all the time. So they're just rushing 4, playing combo, zone combo, matchup zone, however you want to call it. They're not gambling on defense.
Henderson in motion. They fake it to him. A double fake. It takes a lot of time. And now Richardson runs and gets what he can before he's run out of bounds. And there's a flag down.
I would say holding on Tennessee downfield that time.
Well, the flag's in the secondary.
I think it was number 5 Haddon downfield was holding on that play.
Man,
Yeah, he grabbed him. Yeah, that's
tripped him.
Yeah, might be a good move too.
Defense, number 5. 10-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run and includes an automatic first down.
So first down out to the 48 once they walk it off.
Hey, that's why that field goal, holding him to a field goal, was so big for that Florida offense, because Tennessee, Florida's been moving the ball as well. The fumble really has produced the distance in the scores here. The separation was the turnover. Tennessee did it early. Florida did it late.
And it's getting late on them. 6 minutes to go. Richardson going deep down the middle. Got it to Shorter. Boy, that ball seemed to hang in the air a long time.
Hey, you took the words right out of my mouth. Jalen McCullough, number 2, the free safety, is way in the middle of the field back here. I think that's it. No, the other side. There's 2 of them. And the ball's floating and floating and floating, and he just can't get there on time.
39-yard pickup. So back inside the 15 of the Gators. Richardson to the end zone. Just overshot Shorter. He got one hand on it.
Nice time that time. Play by Jamal Hayden, number 5. He had the hold on the play 2 plays earlier, but he undercut this throw and forced the ball to go high. Decent zone coverage. Would have had to be a perfect throw, right?
Or Shorter would have had to be taller.
Yep. Yeah, that's not going to happen real fast.
360, 3 total touchdowns. Career high in completions as well with 18. Needs some more, though. Richardson, man in his face, throws it into the dirt.
Well, defensive coordinator finally dialed up a blitz that time. He brought 5, and they finally were able to put some pressure. Coming from the outside, he just sitting in the pocket. 4 come, outside off the slot. And the pressure was right up the middle that time by Barron, number 9.
Now, it doesn't matter much if it's 3rd down, because there's going to be 2 downs to get what they need. Another first down would be inside the 4.
Coming again, bringing 5. Unless they have a way to check out of it, do they? Yes, they did.
Richardson to Shorter. Got it to the 5, but it's 4th down and 2. And the clock continues to run.
Well, the other ones We were trying to figure out what he would do. This one, we know what he's going to do.
Yep. So here's the ball game for the Gators. They're 4 out of 5 on the day. And they've got this one, and they've got a touchdown. Untouched. Montrell Johnson.
Fourth down. They've done passes. They've done runs. They come back with a run this time. The whole arsenal has been used on fourth down. They got every fourth down play. They've used every one of them up.
They sure have. And they're going to go for 2 here. Which would cut it to 9. Richardson fires down the middle, hit 2 guys, neither one of them held it. Had Zipperer and Shorter. I think it bounced off at least one of them, but it's incomplete.
He would have had it, but his own guy tipped it out of the way. Zippier gets the tip. Almost impossible to catch up to that. Smarts throwing to the right guy, competing the whole way, playing injured. Both of them playing injured.
Yeah.
I got to admit, I was like staring at the scoreboard trying to figure out why he went for 2. I figured they'd kick the extra point, be down by 10, touchdown on field goal. Now they got to get the 2-point play involved to even tie the score.
That's the one they attempted and went through the hands of both guys.
Right.
And we assume we have an onside kick upcoming.
I have to admit, I'm staring, looking at the board and going, what am I missing here?
Mahalik with the onside kick takes a big hop and right into the hands of the Volunteers near midfield. And it's Rue McCoy, who had a big game as a receiver, and that's going to be his biggest catch of the day, even though he had some that were really big. Well, Tennessee trying to snap a 5-game losing streak to the Gators. They have only 1 win in the last 17 meetings. It would be their first 4-0 start in 6 years as well.
Yeah, and there were a few games, though. I remember 2014, they had a chance to win the football game, didn't get it done. 15 was the Antonio Callaway play. Then you had the Hail Mary full of grace in 17. So they could have won 4 in a row.
Yeah.
They didn't, though.
But it looks like that gigantic monkey on the back of Tennessee is going to be jumping off here in the next 4.5 minutes. Hendon Hooker over 300 in the air, over 100 on the ground. Playing banged up. And playing as well as anybody we've seen in a long time.
Coach Neighbors trying to explain why it wasn't an illegal substitution.
He spent a lot of time with that head linesman over there today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I don't know what he was thinking.
He was explaining something. It's a little loud. No one's left here. I'll tell you that. No one's left.
There's Florida trying to get the substitutions in and out.
And what I think Florida is saying is the guy they called with too many men on the field was actually the 11th guy, not the 12th guy. And I do think that's reviewable too. Could this go back the other direction?
Well, we'll maybe get something more than a thank you. Let's see. Nope.
Nope.
Not even a thank you. First and 5 at the 46. So there was apparently 12 guys on the field. Replays confirmed that from what we understand. And first and 5. Small for about 3.
And that allows this Tennessee offense to just milk the clock, run the ball. We need 5 yards for a first down. Do it. So they got 4-3-4. We got 5-3-4. It was 12 guys on the field. 5 up front here, 3 linebackers, and then too many in the backfield. So the call was right.
Second down at 2. We approach 3 minutes. Florida with 2 timeouts remaining. And not going to be a first down this time either. Small is about a yard shy. Big Desmond Watson had him wrapped up.
Again, Bill Napier's only opportunity is to stop him right here using his timeouts.
So they're down to 1. Well, the most passing yards today by a Tennessee quarterback against Florida since Peyton Manning at 353. Hendon Hooker is just that close. After the equalizer right here on CBS. Under 3 minutes to go. Florida down to 1 timeout. Tennessee down to 1 yard to go on third down here. And flags fly in before the snap.
It's going to be 5 yards back. The shift by Florida drew off Tennessee.
Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Talked about guys that could do with their arm and their legs what Hendon Hooker's done today. Josh Dobbs over there on the sideline. We talked about him.
And the gray hat is Josh.
Yep.
The gray baseball hat. White jacket.
He's now a
Cleveland Brown. Yes, he is.
They're down at 6.
Now the other way. We're going to go back. This is getting painful.
It is.
Offside, defense, number 94. Contact in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty.
Tyreek Sapp jumped in. Referee Scott Walker's talked so much today he's starting to lose his voice. So we're back to 3rd and 1.
If they measured it properly both directions, we're right back where we started.
Exactly. Oh,
no, not
good Lord.
again.
Come on.
All these fans are staying here. We didn't stay for this.
Yeah.
Delay a game. Defense, number 1. Using disconcerting signal. 5-yard penalty.
Automatic first down.
Automatic first down. Brenton Cox was calling out signals trying to get Tennessee to jump. Instead, it costs them a first down. And Florida can only stop it one more time now.
Well, Billy Napier's team showed up. In the pregame interview with Jenny, he said, our team is going to go towards the fight. We're not going to back away. They have fought. Tennessee, I think, has the better team this year, don't you? Florida had the tougher schedule to start off the year. They're 2-2.
Had the big win over Utah, then the loss to Kentucky. And now it's going to be 0-2 in the SEC.
Tennessee comes back with a bye, then at LSU and then Alabama. That's 2 games.
Josh Heupel's got this part of the country pretty darn excited about these guys, and they should be.
The schedule's just starting for Tennessee. I mean, their crossover is Georgia. That's a tough crossover.
Approaching 2 minutes. Second down and 5. Using the clock. Winds down with 1 tick. They get it off to Small again for a yard or so. Coming up on the college football postgame show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Adam and Rick and BJ will bring you the day's best highlights from a busy day of college football. Some thrilling finishes. Some more upsets possibly in the making, or maybe already have been made. This won't be considered an upset other than the Florida Gator fans who are hoping that it was going to go to 6 straight wins over the guys in orange. Tennessee is going to be 4-0 for the first time in 6 years. Their number 11 ranking certainly won't be shaken at all. Might even go up into the top 10. We'll have to wait and see what happens around the rest of college football. On a day that they checkered Neyland Stadium for only the 6th time, Tennessee's going to take its last timeout.
Tennessee. This is the 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Well, Tennessee's last win we mentioned was in 2016. Florida got off to a 21-0 lead in the second quarter, but the Vols would battle back with some heroics from Jawan Jennings and Josh Dobbs. Tennessee snapped an 11-game losing streak in that one. And that was Butch Jones' team who got to lead the band in Rocky Top. So there's Josh. He was part of that one, and he can celebrate with the rest of the faithful here in Knoxville when this one's over in 1 minute and 24 seconds.
I remember that was a second half explosion for Josh Dobbs. Threw 4, ran for 1.
Yeah. Tennessee's upcoming schedule. Gary just mentioned this. It's going to be another W here at the win over Florida. Then at LSU, Alabama here, UT Martin, Kentucky, Georgia. Not going to get any easier.
Nope. Kentucky, a legitimate football team. Played the top 2 bell cows in Alabama and Georgia.
No gain on the play.
And this is where in the future the 12-team playoff would really be huge, right? For a team like Tennessee, trying to earn their way back. Got a tough schedule, lose 1, maybe 2 games, still get in it as a 12th ranked team or something like that in the playoffs.
So that's the last time out. What a game by that guy. Jenny talked about at halftime about the 50th anniversary of Condredge Holloway and his heroics in that nationally televised game against Georgia Tech. 100 years ago yesterday is the first time these guys ever wore orange jerseys. Yeah, they're wearing orange today and played very well.
On top of that, just remember that Tennessee will come back with Cedric Tillman, his favorite receiver.
Right.
Maybe one of the best combinations in all of college football, those 2 guys.
Well, the other guys sure picked up the slack today.
It's not just him, is it? They got plenty of weapons.
Brew McCoy played great. Ramal Keaton with that sensational grab on that long ball. Jalen Hyatt had another good day. McCoy went over 100 yards, but he had a 70-yarder in there. And that's part of the 348 right now for Hendon Hooker, along with his 112 on the ground.
I think Florida comes out of this saying we battled and our quarterback's back for the side to finish off, get back in the SEC with a quarterback. They needed him, and he came through.
Hooker throws, going to be a little bit short of the first down. Got that one to Princeton Fant.
So we won 11, down 11. Just watched the Cleveland Browns this last Sunday. This game ain't over.
Yeah. They would love to have a couple timeouts, that's for sure. I had to use those. Florida schedule. Now it's time for the play of the game presented by Jersey Mike Subs. And with all the brilliant plays today, this was the only miscue for Anthony Richardson. The fumble recovery by Banks. And then Hendon Hooker went to work. Finds his tight end all alone down the sideline. That got him close. And this run got him the last score. That's where we are, 38-27. But 1:11 to go. Richardson loads it, fires, got a man wide open at midfield, shorter. First down, Florida.
Jay, that crossing route took like 7 seconds. No pressure on him at all. Clear across the field from one side to the other to get that open. It's a 50-yard run.
28-yard pickup. Richardson now has that one tipped.
He had Shorter wide open on the in route. Remember, they need 2 scores, a field goal, a touchdown, and a 2-point play.
Maury Thomas got a hand on that, a big hand, I should say.
He was the one who forced the fumble on that play by Richardson earlier.
So still 54 seconds to work with. They got to score in a hurry and score again.
And an onside kick in between.
That's a lot to do in 54 seconds. Richardson steps up, going to throw to his safety valve over here on the near side. And Bowen's got a first down. But that took a few seconds as well. 42 seconds left.
Clock stops after the first down again. Gets across the line. Line up.
They got to hustle up to the ball here. Clock starts, and now they clock it to stop it at 39 seconds.
A 45-yard field goal from here. If they wanted to go field goal now and then have the Hail Marys at the end, your first game with us was a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it was. And that one was Felipe Franks with a 63-yard touchdown pass. That clock can't wind fast enough for Josh Heupel.
Well, they got to keep a pass or a play short of the first down is the goal for Tennessee.
Second down at 10. Another play fake. Richardson's got plenty of time. Still scanning the field. Sidearms it. He drilled it in. And they're down to the 3-yard line to Ricky Pearsall.
Well, you said it. Drill it in. They're going to go up and ground the ball again. They don't need 4 downs. That was between everybody, wasn't it?
Oh, they're going for it here. Look out. Can't kick a sack.
Yep.
Throw it away. That stops things. 21 seconds.
Tried to catch him napping, thinking there might be a clock play. Almost overthought it. Lucky to get rid of it.
Got pressure from Byron Young again, who hit him after he threw.
Neither team has a timeout left.
And the officials are going to take a timeout, I think.
There's an injured players on the ground.
Amari Thomas.
Yep.
Batted down a pass earlier on in the series. Had some big plays. The fumble, forced fumble earlier.
One of the points of emphasis when we had our meetings to the start of the season was players faking injuries to stop the clock. Here he is. He's tired. We know that. Is he hurt? He's looking over to the bench. He'd like to come out of the game. And he says, I got no gas.
My tank is empty.
I got nothing. I got nothing. Now I'm going down.
Holding the back of his leg. Well, he gets his wish. At least he's coming out.
He's all smiles, too. Although we did catch him.
So now back to the 3-yard line. Second down, and got to have it here soon. Empty backfield. Richardson sets up, fires in the middle. He's got it. Touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, the guy that got him close.
And of course, because they went for 2 last time, they got to go for 2 now. Pearson, the slot, just goes in. Button hooks right there. Lets everybody go by him. Gets into the end zone. Nobody near him.
So a 71-yard march that took less than a minute. 3-yard touchdown pass by Anthony Richardson, and now they go for 2 here with 17 seconds left. Down 5. Need this to make it a field goal game. Richardson throws incomplete. Tennessee stops the 2-point conversion.
Christian Charles, number 14, in coverage to the outside. Stays on the play. Could have been caught, but Charles is right there with his hand in the breadbasket of the receiver. Does he deflect it? Close enough, I'll tell you what. It would have been a tight, tough catch.
Yeah, sure would have been.
Henderson. Now it's onside kick and Hail Mary.
Well, the last onside kick was one hopper to Brew McCoy. And now it's Adam Mahalik who will tee it up again. Looks like he's aiming it in the same direction.
He got a late hop last time that Brew handled well. Will he do it again?
Onside kick. Last chance for Florida right here. A high hop. Oh, and Florida's got it on the bounce. Black took it out of midair.
The question is, did it go 10 yards? It's really close.
Yes, it did.
Yep, right at the line, and it did bounce, so he can grab it.
Jawan Black, look at this play.
He can't advance it, but he can get it right there.
Wow. Gene Steratore along with us. Gene, that's the ruling, right?
Yeah, and it's a great play. Now, we've got to take 1 second off of the game clock because it cannot be advanced, so the ball will become dead as soon as the kicking team possesses, but they'd have to take 1, so the clock should be at 16 seconds, but it does, to me, go beyond the 10 yards before possessed by the kicking team.
So the line of scrimmage is going to be the Gator 47. They're 53 yards away from pulling off a miraculous comeback.
It's going to take another one of your calls for Florida to win this one. And all they can do right now is put themselves in position to throw the Hail Mary. Have time for about 3 plays.
Play clock is expired.
Just think, though, I mean, listen, Napier's been aggressive all day, but if they kick the extra point twice, a field goal ties the game.
Right.
Game clock operator, please place 16 seconds on the game clock.
Okay, that's what
There is
Gene
no
told
foul
us.
for delay of game.
So one more tick taken off is exactly the way Gene called it. And here we go at the 47. Still a prayer remaining for Florida if they can do something in this last 16 seconds. They have no timeouts. Richardson throws, completes it to Shorter, who wisely got out of bounds.
Question is now, do you take 2 throws to the end zone or you try to gain another 10 yards? That's what Billy Napier will be deciding. Because you could get 2 to the end zone in 11 seconds. You only need 1 second for the last one. The first one could take 10. The last one, you only need 1.
We know Richardson's got the arm. That's not a problem. And boy, has he used it well today. Set to throw again. And just out of the hands of Shorter.
And now there's only one really, you could throw a 5-yard out, but really it's going to take a Hail Mary into the end zone. It's not easy to exercise those demons of this 1-16 record, is it?
Nope. It's down to this. Final play of the game. Richardson pressured. Throws at the last moment, and it's intercepted by the Volunteers. There will be no comeback. Tennessee wins it. There is joy on Rocky Top.